If you're Nick Claxton, first of all, you're communicating that a flare screen's coming. Kristaps Porzingis is about to set a flare screen, but we're up the line as we're doing that. So I'm calling out flare, 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 but I'm not in the paint doing this. What are you doing? Nick Claxton's doing a phenomenal job of sprinting back in transition here. Dorian Finney-Smith has got to guard the ball a little. Like, you have help coming, but get your feet set in a defensive stance. Palms of your feet, ready to slide your feet, knowing you have help. I mean, you're not even trying to look at this defense. That's not a defensive just get cooked, and the help's not going to get there. Nick Claxton's got to be seeing Porzingis here. He's coming into the paint, so I'm initiating contact, battling for position, getting him out of the paint. You're just waiting for him to come down low. So now he's initiating the contact. You're sealed. Catch, one dribble, there. You're switching a screen. You go over before the game. Lonnie Walker, Cam Johnson. Every time it's a switch and Lonnie Walker gets underneath, you're switching over the top. You're late to switch if you're Lonnie Walker. So now here comes a flare screen that you're going to have no chance of getting over, and then two nets go to Tatum. This is coaching. This is offensive. This is illegal. Cam Johnson, as Derek White cuts through the cross screen, you got to jam him to knock him off his spot so the defender can get on the other side. You don't touch him. That's coaching. That's no attention to detail. That's JACQUE VAUGHN. You're Dennis Smith Jr. Why are you giving up the baseline here? The middle of the floor is where you want Tatum coming to, where there's help. Look at how Dennis Smith's guarding. You're giving him the middle of the floor where there's no help. This is egregious. Could Dennis Schroeder complain to the officials during a timeout and get back? Look at this effort. Get back. What is that effort? Now you're staring at the officials and it's a 5-on-4. Do you work on switching? Do you work on switching? No. Nick Claxton needs to be up ready to guard. More importantly, Cam Thomas, you get underneath the screener on the switch. You're again switching over the top of the screener. Easy offensive board then for the screener, Cornette. And the Celtics get another chance. This is a complete circus. Trendon Watford is doubling the post. Cam Johnson is standing in the charge circle aimlessly. Get to the corner. Nick Claxton's rotating to Hauser. Cam Johnson would have to rotate up to the wing. Once the dribble's picked up, if a skip pass is made to Derek White, Jalen Wilson would then rotate to Derek White, and Trendon Watford comes on to Cornette. They do nothing. Trendon Watford doubles, and no one rotates. It's not how you guard away from the ball. You're Dennis Schroeder. Your feet are set. You're in a defensive stance. Pointers out. Seeing ball, seeing man. Ready to fly out when the pass gets made to Peyton Pritchard. Look at Dennis Schroeder. Not walking out. So now you're not ready to guard. You're coming uphill as Pritchard's going downhill. Well, lucky you. Nick Claxton's coming over to help you. So just get up and show your hands and force Pritchard into help. Dennis Schroeder gambles. And now it's a 3. Is just beyond infuriating. Do you go over your help coverages? Nick Claxton, look at Dennis Smith standing at the elbow waiting to help you. Trendon Watford, get your hands off Jason Tatum's back. Get up ready to guard, forcing him into that help where Dennis Smith is standing next to you. Why do you have one hand on his back and now you're backpedaling? So now a jab step gets you off balance and no help is even going to get there. You didn't have to dribble. Shot goes up. It's 49-17. Shot goes up. Not one Nets player boxing out. Not one. Easy offensive board and a second chance. Coaching. This is offensive. Dennis Smith is going to literally come double Tatum. Why don't you make it easier for him if you're Jalen Wilson and flip your hips, forcing Tatum to the middle of the floor as opposed to giving him baseline? So now Dennis Smith's going to double. One, you got to keep Jason Tatum towards the corner. You can't let him split through. Trendon Watford's rotating over to Peyton Pritchard. You got to make that pass to the weak side wing as difficult as possible. But you don't double, you gamble, and Tatum splits through and has access to every pass possible. That's double again. This time it's Porzingis. So on a pass to the wing, Jalen Wilson's going to come to the up top to take Tatum. Day'Ron Sharpe's got to leave immediately. And Cam Johnson's got to leave immediately to get to Cornette. And Day'Ron Sharpe goes to Pritchard. But this pass gets made. Cam Johnson's still guarding the ball. Day'Ron Sharpe hasn't left yet because he can't. And now you're not ready to guard Pritchard. Get it? Go to. I don't understand how you make a 180 like this. Trendon Watford was crowding Derek White. Fine. Good. There's help in the middle of the floor. Force him to the middle of the floor. You go from crowding Derek White to backpedaling on Derek White. What is going on? This coaching. Dennis Smith, you're fronting the post out of a sideline out of bounds with no backside help. Get underneath and battle for position. You can send a double and then rotate. But if you front the post without backside help, like you're doing, it's just throw over the top, baseline 2. What is Dennis Schroeder doing? Mikal Bridges is guarding Jason Tatum. Could you guard Derek White? What is happening here? What was that? Is a 5-on-4. Dennis Schroeder's late trailing, getting back in the play. Could you sprint down to Jason Tatum? Look at Dennis Schroeder's effort. Walking down and then stopping. You have Dorian Finney-Smith coming to trap. Why is Cam Thomas not forcing Tatum into that trap? You don't need to trap here. Dennis Schroeder's perfectly in the gaps. There's no place for Tatum to go on the strong side of the floor. But you're trapping for no reason. You're letting him split through. Again, he has access to every pass. If you are coming with this much help, I mean, Trendon Watford is leaving the weak side wing to come help on the strong side wing. Dorian Finney-Smith has got to be moving up to Sam Hauser. And then Cam Thomas would take Neemias Queta before Trendon Watford bumps him back to Derek White after he helps. You can't help here. First of all, Dorian Finney-Smith's also coming to guard the ball. So this is just wide open. Cam Thomas, you never turn your back to the ball. Get your back to the baseline in front of Jordan Walsh. You're fronting Jordan Walsh for no reason. So now he's going to set a screen that you're supposed to switch, and you're not ready because you were fronting. Cam Johnson now on a switch. Look at his feet. Mikal Bridges is coming to help you. Flip your hips. Force Derek White into help. You're backpedaling and letting him go baseline. This is a disaster. Do the Nets work on any of this? Do they practice? Do they look at film? What do they do? Dennis Smith Jr., you know you have help in the middle of the floor, so get up and guard Tatum. This help's got to come outside the paint. Like, helping in the paint isn't going to do, you're playing so far off. So now the help's in the paint. By the way, no one rotated to Pritchard. That's a wide open 3-2 if you want it.